In this video, I'm going to show you how you're going to go about installing the Claw Launcher inside of your client accounts with our agency portal. So the first thing is you're going to be given credentials just like I have here on my screen, and I'll go ahead and click on Sign In. Now that I've done that, you see I'm over here on the agency dashboard. Now this is like one of our VIP dashboards, and you can see that these are all clients that we have inside this dashboard. All right, now we have several of these accounts, but this kind of gives you an example. All right, so you can see I have my total clients over here, my active, my pending, any problems. All right, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add another client, and the way we do that is we come over here, we click this button. All right, you see that this window opens up that says Add Client. So we're going to go ahead and put the client's name, and I'm going to go ahead and go like this for an email. I do need to set this up for her. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and put a password down here, okay? And then here's the company. I'm just going to go ahead and put her name for now. Go ahead and put a phone number there. And then that's good enough. You can put any notes you want. You can change out the phase, but I'm going to go ahead and say Add Client. And there you go. You can see that the client has been created here at the bottom. All right. And so if we come over here, you're going to see that here it is right here. And it has not been active yet. It is in a pending status. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and click on Manage Client. All right, now you see we're over here on phase number 1. There are 3 phases here. Phase number 1 is the bot configuration. Phase number 2 is the actual installation that we're going to do for you. And phase number 3 is where you can communicate back and forth with your client to see if you can get the upsell. All right, so for the bot name, I'm just going to come over here and call it Connie Bot. And then what we need to do is we need to go ahead and get an API key. The reason why we need the API key is because that's how we're going to get OpenClaw talking, all right? And then the client is free to go in there and cancel the API key or whatever they want to do. They can reissue a new key. So I'm going to go ahead and go just like this. And now I'm going to come over here and click Save Configuration. Now, the next thing is we're over here in phase number 2, and this is where you can decide. So you can do the base install, or you can go ahead and do the client onboarding, which would include the base install, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the client onboarding, and I'm gonna go ahead and say install onboarding. And there you go. You can see everything that it's doing here is building out the container, pulling the base image, installing dependencies, configuring the bot instance, setting up the environment variables, running health checks, and the build has been completed successfully. So now you can see that everything has been set up. All right. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you what Miss Connie Jo is going to see when she logs into her account. Okay, so I'm over here on Claw Launcher. Now what I'll go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and log in here with the credentials that we set up. Okay, we'll click Sign In. And there you go. You can see that she is now signed in, that her bot is running. Here is her credentials down below. And if I just go ahead and say hello, you're going to see that the bot is talking to her, which is pretty incredible. All right. So that is how we go about installing Claw Launcher inside your client's account. All right. So I'm sure you would agree that this is an incredible process, right? You see how fast we're able to go and get your client onboarded. But now I want to make this super exciting for you. Okay. So if you look up here at the top, it says clawlauncher.io, all right? Claw Launcher, and you have this clearly this blue theme, right? And if we come over here, we can go ahead and go to light mode. And so if I click around here, you're going to see that we're in light mode versus dark mode. All right. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and log out. All right. And you can clearly see that this is our branding. This is what you will be using. But let's just say that you go out there and you create your own Claw Launcher, and it looks something like this. And instead of Claw Launcher, we now have Claw Onboarder. Pretty cool, right? ChatGPT created that. And so let's just say that we went out there and got clawonboarder.com or .net or .io or .ai or whatever it is, and then you were able to use Claw Onboarder with your clients. Now that would be an incredible opportunity, right? Well, that's exactly what we've done. Because you see, if I come over here, now we have clawonboarder.com, right? Welcome back to Claw Onboarder. And you can see that we have a completely different branding. The blue is gone. No sign of Claw Launcher, all right? And if we come over here, if we go ahead and sign in, you're going to see that we're still over here on clawonboarder.com. We're over here on chat. We have Claw Onboarder, and you can see that we are logged in as Connie Joe. And now we can come over here. We can go ahead and change this to night or dark or whatever. We can also go through and we can change the colors and everything else. But my point in showing you this is so that you understand that we can take Claw Launcher completely out of the equation, even though we're still the ones providing the service and the maintenance and everything else and constantly improving the platform, okay? So we're gonna be doing a lot of amazing things over here with the installs and the skills, and we're gonna have a mobile app, and we're gonna keep building this out, but I want you to understand that that's gonna benefit you by providing this white label service to your clients, okay? So I hope you're super excited. I hope you see how easy it is to go and actually do the install inside of the agency launcher. Again, you're gonna be able to manage all of your clients' accounts from there. You're gonna be able to reset, you're gonna be able to restart. You can even go and log in to your client when you start getting into the upsells and training, and there's all kinds of amazing stuff you're gonna do. This is just your start. But understand that we've taken a very complicated process, one that's almost impossible according to everybody online, and made it one click for you. All right, so go ahead and check out the rest of this offer. It's pretty incredible, and like I said, we don't have a lot of time left. 12 to 18 months, you can hit the ground running, make as much money as you want, upsell as many people as you can, build an incredible list, have a solid reputation. It's completely up to you. All right. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Go ahead and check out the rest of the page, and I'll see you on the inside.